So do you have X-rays of the hips, or what's X-rays? No.
No, we don't have. Well, but we work with a woman, and she works like by energy, you know, by Reiki.
Okay.
So
okay.
she worked with us by 6 years because he was so stuck, you know, he was like that, like stone. And so she relaxed us by 6 years. So right now he's right now he's relaxed. So
Okay. Does he go on his belly? Does he like his belly? His stomach? No.
he tried, but he can't. He doesn't know how to do
Get
it.
in and out. Well,
And probably he doesn't have power, you know, his muscles, you know, how to do it.
So I'm on the lower back. I got my hands underneath this one right here. And if you want, you can put your hands underneath the feet. Yeah. So here you go. So all I'm doing with this hand is just a little, just like that, and just little, not all the way, right? Even if you can do it, that's not the point of this. And then allowing him to come back. That's what I'm doing with the lower spine. All right. And now with this hand right here on the diaper, I'm going to go in as you go out, like a twist. Alright, and then let them come back to neutral. Alright, so I go slide. Alright, you feel that? And then there you go. Come back. Alright, so that whole spine, we want it moving, we want it swinging. Right now, it's not swinging, it's just stitching, right? That's the very beginnings of rolling over. If that isn't, it is, it is something you brought in, so I'm not sure what you put. It still might be in the front. Sorry. But yeah, that very beginnings, right? And then you're going here, and this is step one. This is just getting started, right? On top.
He's feeling.
So the big thing is with these guys, you go with the eyes, right? You want to go with the eyes. He's aware, he's looking around. So you're gonna slide now towards you, right? You feel the spine, and then bring this up, like a lift. And then let them feel coming down. Keep your hands there. Again, slide towards you, and then lift. That's also not stretching, making the spine longer, right? Giving this room. Exactly. And again, going towards you. Lift up. Now you want to do this up all the way up to the spine, all the way up to like the back of the shoulders. Let them feel that twist with the pelvis. All right? So we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. We're gonna go up just a little bit.
And my hand here
Stays. And it's doing the same thing. And so you can feel it's a little different here. Right? It's not as smooth, it's not as So we make note of that. Cool. We stay here for a little bit. Go here. letting the pelvis drop. As well as a little tuck, right? Swaying that spine, bringing the pelvis up, bringing the bum up, so he can feel the down. Letting him feel the down. And then with this hand, this is where we can start playing even in this position without moving our hands. Meaning direction up towards the head, right? Just that little shift, as well as down to the pelvis. Again, yeah, stretching the spine, elongating it, making that spine just longer, creating room. Bringing in that pelvis, let it feel. Back up to the head, and drop that pelvis. So we'll keep this hand here and we'll move up. So yep, same thing, same there. Lifting that chest. Now we came back. So now, yeah, sliding. Good. And palm up. There you go. There you go. Back. There you go. Now, a little bit. So you keep your hands there. Right. Oh. What's up? Right, so now I'm going into that hand. And same thing, just lifting with this back one. Letting them feel that chest coming up, down to the pelvis. And then, especially when it goes for a hook like that, exactly. Go over. So we're gonna fast forward, keep them here. So now I'll switch that hand over, other way. Yep. No, this way. Yeah. And now we're doing the same lesson we did yesterday, right? Towards the end of the day. Yep, exactly. So when I rotate, so just go for a ride. Tell her just to feel. Just put your hands in and just feel. Oops.
Побегали, да? Все побегали.
Да, мне тоже.
So when he's going back, with that spine, without pulling it, without grabbing it, you want to direct it down to the table, like a roll, like a tuck, right? Because that back, he's not familiar with it, right? He doesn't know to come back. He doesn't know he's rolling through the spine. Lift.
Он пока не чувствует свою спину, поэтому нужно вот как бы, поддерживать, чтобы он почувствовал. Знание, что если надо.
Не чувствую. Вот прямо не тыкать, а вот. А то мне и так там кости одни. Кости.
Same thing, I'm just letting them roll. I have this hand underneath to create more surface, more area, and let them roll onto the, onto the floor. Letting them feel that roll. I think it's a game now.
She likes it.
Yeah, you won. You won.
Надо играть, и для него игра, да? Такая.
Same thing. I'll try it once or twice, or 2 or 3 times, and then I'll change direction. More up towards the head versus coming over. Just adding variations, adding combinations. Going back.
Ну, типа теплые, самое главное, чтобы были. Это типа шали.
Coming towards me.
Это
And I'm doing the same slide that we were doing when he was on his back. But now with the ribs, with the chest, with the back.
не сюда, туда.
That was on purpose.
Саша, сама ничего.
It's okay. It's good. He's still in it. So I'm just working my way up the chest, going up the chest, up the
Or
chest.
just this hand. Here, just
No, I'm actually starting with this hand. I'm creating a little bit of a roll, just a little bit of a twist, so that where he feels it, and then he'll go with it. I don't want him to come all the way over. I don't need him to come all the way to the belly. Just a little bit so that he can reach, because he's playing over here. So that's good. That's good. But I'm increasing that roll. I'm making that roll longer and that reach successful, right? Easier, right? If he was back here to think about coming over, it's not going to be the same. The head's back, right? The eyes are back. But I let him come here. A little bit of a lift. And then back. Now it's very tempting to just go to the head because it's not up, right? But I want him to play with it. I want him to feel his head is down, his head is heavy. So that when he does come up, and
Ты молодец.
чего нужен папа.
Так, папа отвлекся, все.
yes, slide. And back.
Play with me.
What? Back on his back. I'm not gonna switch him. I'm not gonna bring him over. Right. Again, shifting that whole chest cavity, the whole sternum, the whole. And same thing, dropping the pelvis and lifting or scooping towards the head, right? Going towards the head, letting them feel again, just a drop of the pelvis goes down, the head can grow. It doesn't need to go down and not down. Right? We're feeling, letting him feel the push. That's the other thing too. I'm here, right? And I'm going right towards this side of the hip as well as this side of the hip, so he feels input, right? He has that input to also push. That's why it's so important for him to feel going down. Especially with the hips, how they're like that, right? So wide. He's never really felt pushing into that. Pushing into the bum. This right here, just with the hips, you can do a lot I mean, you cannot get enough of that. Just because he's so out with his legs. Yeah, and you don't want it. You don't want the bone growing straight, especially if it hasn't been stimulated, right? It hasn't been. He's not standing, right? So this is not gonna go into that socket, right? So that's why, just to create a little bit of a lift, like that, and a little bit of a roll down, right? We don't have to put him in standing, but
No,
you're
no
still
further.
working on that. Yeah, you're still working on that.
The first thing that I want to do, and be careful when you talk physically.
Even can sit on his elbows.
Yeah, and that's because of this. That's why, you know, that's why I asked about the X-rays. It just feels a little different, I'll say. Yeah. Same thing. Going with this side of the pelvis, going down, and then in, but a lift. So that I can bring him down.
We get this video later.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
I try to fix it in my brain. What you're doing.
That's why I have it.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just, it'll be through email. You'll get it through email. Yeah.
And you just see typical.
So yeah, you cannot get enough of this. Really, get on both sides and let them feel one going back while
We
this goes
work
forward.
on this side, probably like half year
Yeah.
ABM. Like they walking, you know, just something stuck.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
So just a little bit more just. you know,
Yeah.
just-
So what exercises would you do, or what would you do with ABM? Like what would you do?
like
But I'm saying for the hip specifically.
что мы делали с этим стазом? Ты что ничего?
Сейчас так же, как с пример с ребенком, вы видели, как будто бы она сидит правильно,
Choose not to sit.
но она не сидела.
Does that make sense?
Понимаете?
Я-то не ходил.
Нет, не помнишь?
But to see her at first, you
I think she tried to move not the same but kind of like that, but after and here, so she walked with both sides, and after 10 lessons, I saw the
difference.
Yeah,
Cool.
I saw, and it seems like here it's like grown up, you know, like a bit, because before it was like here, and after, you know, she's gone.
Wider.
Yeah, like,
now I'm telling you now, adults are going to be more fun because they're going to want to
So here I have, I'm not putting my weight on the knee, but it's just lightly resting. I mean, it's not here at all. Right? This is me resting on it. I'm just touching, barely touching. And I have my hand on the back of the pelvis, right? And letting them feel the shift, letting them feel the lift. Now I'm lifting him up, because that's where he's comfortable, right? If I was keeping flat, this, I feel like something here is just not going to be comfortable. So again, underneath the bum, very light lift, and then a roll, like a shift forward. This is front of this one. Right? That's when we do, when we crawl, when we walk. Right.
No, they flex you.
So again, comes in.
Yeah, that one. I'll do it this way because it's just easier. Each one. Not this.
Bring him over, and I want you to try what I was just doing.
So now she's trying to correct.
So give me one hand. You're gonna be Also there.
But again, her twitching, her moving, her, whatever is her
Oh, okay.
conversation she's having with me. So I'm into her brain.
I'm gonna come around. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna begin like that, yeah? And then you're gonna let him feel coming over. Yeah. Coming over. I think it's good right there. It's good, right? Is that good? I mean, it is for you.
It's good.
It's good? Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. That way we can get the back and then the front. So, as so yeah, you're gonna just lightly roll and then let him feel coming over that.
Немножко вы прокатите и дадите ему почувствовать.
Very lightly. You see how this is? You're almost forcing it, right? It's a little hard.
Он почти как бы
So now with this hand,
сопротивляется.
you're right here on the bum. Do a very light lift.
Вот той
Very,
рукой
very light.
немножко приподнимаем низ таза. Очень-очень медленно, легонько.
Let's bring this in here.
Переместим эту руку
Just on the hip, yeah.
на бедро.
Just control a little more.
Чтобы больше контролировать.
And then back.
И затем назад.
Now this is very common, what she's starting to present, what you'll see a lot of times when I work with cerebral palsy.
Back, and don't forget the lift. Very little, there you go.
Не забудьте свою руку немного приподнять.
And then back.
И затем назад.
Oh, hi. But this is what we want, that weight transfer here, so he feels, in a sense, his head get light, right? So continuing, you know, with this shift this way, as well as back. And in a sense, you want to do this with the whole body. Shift forward and back. High.
Перекатитесь вперед и назад, чтобы
Exactly. Keeping that hand there. Yep.
держите эту руку
And
здесь.
that's forward and backwards, but also up and down, this way. And that move is going to be here, and then you're just going to roll just like that. That's it.
Эта рука должна находиться здесь и
And then now when you
немного
come
прокатывать.
towards me, towards the head, you're going to lift that bottom hand
Когда вы будете
and
возвращаться
very
на меня,
lightly scoop. That's it.
вы должны немного приподнять низ таза.
And letting them feel coming down and back.
И затем возвращаемся назад немножко.
And come back, lift the bottom hand.
Поднимите низ таза.
What? What?
And you'll have people that are hardly responsive, and you'll have people that are almost dancing. Right? Is it your turn?
Lift the bum.
Поднимите низ таза.
What? And go ahead and come up. Yeah, mama's doing it.
Да-да,
Good job,
бабочка это
mom.
делает. Молодец, мама.
Yeah, coming back. Again, lift the bottom hand.
Приподнимаем нижнюю часть таза.
And like you said, keeping that hand there, and this hand you can shift all around. You can go all the way up the spine, and then even as you start practicing a little more, and he is on his side, you can manipulate the chest
Вы можете
into the
манипулировать
pelvis.
грудью.
Yep, the whole body, going from the bottom of the belly, right? You want to start
Начинаем с
there,
самого низа живота.
even if it's very light.
Переходим немного вверх к нижней части бедер.
Put it on his back though.
Он немного наклоняется на спину.
What? But yeah, and then letting them feel again
Позвольте мне
going
почувствовать.
into the belly into the pelvis. Sorry, from the chest to
Чтобы он
the pelvis.
почувствовал,
Oh yeah,
как
even
живот
like this. Honestly, you can be right
соединен
here,
с тазом.
and then just think of more of the pinkies coming in, and then like a roll,
Мизинчиком немного, да.
Coming back. Again, pinky first.
Да, именно мизинчик работает. Он самый первый начинает прокат.
That you can also do underneath. So go ahead, let's get underneath. Let's go like right here, but underneath.
Ниже живота, но на спине. Просыпаем ручку.
And yeah, underneath again.
Like here? Or?
No, through here. Yep, yep. And now, like this. So feel
Like a bowl of water?
like a bowl of water. Bowl of water. So lift the
На спине
first, tuck
в
the
зоне
bum,
ребер, а другая
And then
рука
let this hand
на
come
нижнем низу таза.
and then very lightly lift with this
Затем
hand,
немного приподнимаем той
and
рукой
then let go.
и также продолжаем балансировать двумя руками.
There you go. Again, letting them feel this.
Позвольте
So on
почувствовать
this hand can
балансирование.
be like on the whole body. So here, 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 here.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
and he can move.
Yeah, I mean, the
может быть
more
во
experience, the
всех
more
этих частях
combinations and variations he
да, да.
has, the more successful he's going to be. Letting them feel rolling this way, rolling this way,
Пусть
rolling this
почувствует
way. He's
перекаты
going to
в разные стороны.
be that much more aware, right? And then able to correct and adjust.
Он сможет
So
больше
yes,
корректировать свои
here,
движения.
right? Over, lifting the palm. And again, that's just technique with practice and play. It's going to come in. But where you're there, right? Just like that. That's it. When you lift, right, then he feels it. And then he's like, hold on, you're doing too much. We tend to do too much, right?
Когда ты
Instead of
поднимаешь руку,
just that.
то он почувствует, что
So, yeah,
это слишком
let him
много для
feel
меня,
down to the
и
bum.
будет делать, так что руки как бы опущены сам себе локти.
Yeah. There you go.
А для тех, кто сейчас не внимательно на анатомию, я пытаюсь сделать так, чтобы у нас сталищные кости, они как бы выглядят, они балансируют.
Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, combinations, variations, he cannot get enough, especially just because he's mainly in this, or he's comfortable in this position. Again, showing him the weight transfer, it's going to lighten up the head. It's going to make his head seem lighter. So then he, boom, can pick it up, or at least side when he's ready, when he wants.
Чем больше перекатов он будет чувствовать, тем больше он
But yeah,
в голове
I
отложится именно, как это делать.
A lot of work, yeah, oh yes, definitely. But a lot, focus a lot on the hips. Really want to make sure these things are
Больше
good,
фокусируйтесь именно на
right? If those things are even
тазу.
slightly, so they're supposed to be like this, right? Yours and ours are like this. If they're even slightly here, they're not going into the socket. So when he comes to sitting, it's almost like it's canceling. It's not going into anything. He just feels it either rubbing, sometimes it'll rub, or it's lost. There's no connection. So he's boom, and he's gone.
Like he can sit, but we put him in a chair. Before he was like that.
Yeah.
До этого он был
И оказывается, мы пытаемся потенциально этому учиться, понимаете, как
So here's another one. If he doesn't mind that, right? In that position right there, you can just do a light, very, very light lift.
В этой позиции вы можете немножко
And now,
приподнять.
so we're gonna bring him down, let him come down. So when we go up,
Немного приподнимаем.
and now we're ready to go down. Now we're gonna pick a hip. So we're gonna keep this one up,
Как бы
and then bring this one
приподнимаем
down.
одну часть
So you stay
бедер
there. Just gonna come here.
и обратно.
Right? So a little bit of a lift.
сейчас делает, она просто пытается качаться в сторону в сторону.
Приподнимаем одну часть.
Down. Just minor. Just minor.
Совсем немножко.
Kind of like what Michelle was doing with the little girl. Right? Same thing.
Практически то же самое, что и Мишель делала с маленькой девочкой.
Right? Or yeah, like a paper. And you're gonna
Будто
show
бумага.
him this side. You're gonna show him the back, the front, by lift. A lift,
Поднимаем.
and then a shift.
И затем немного
So
проворачиваем
this one
в
I can do
сторону.
on the other side. You stay there. Yes, I'm good. I'm good.
So that's the first one that we're doing.
Hello.
Again,
There you go. So we see, so we can lightly drop and then a shift. Oh,
Пустить и немного в другую сторону.
again, you want to use his eyes. His eyes are good. His eyes are his best friend. So with his eyes, if he's shifting over here with dad, that's where you go with it, right? Let that hand come down so you shift the ribs down, and then this, you can do many different things. You can shift forward like that so he can reach. You can lift if he wants, no, back, other way. Up, like if he wants to go touch daddy's face, right? Or if you see him start to come down, like he's gonna go lie down, right? But the eyes, you really want to just keep your head, or keep your eyes on his head and his eyes, right? You see his head start to go this way, we don't want to shift them. He's gonna fall like a tree, right? So we counter with that hip right here, with that hand, sorry. Come on, shift that, good. All right, book. And that's just the eyes, right? You bring the eyes up, and he will grow, right? This is why, again, play is so important. If he was just here, his head is gonna go down. So I can't expect for him to sit up. What? There you go. And yeah, this is another good one, right? Again, just focusing on those hips, letting them feel going into it and coming out, right? Because when he comes out, those trochanters that are in, they're pushing and they're rolling.
So I should keep him here, my hand here.
Yes. No, a little bit. Yeah. Yep. To let him feel his belly come down. Because that's the other thing. You want that belly to come over. Belly to come over. Right? When you and I move, boom, the whole sternum comes over. Right now, when he's coming, he wants to be more here. Right?
Just one line, right?
Exactly. It's just here. Instead of twist. A twist. So yeah, letting him feel from the top, and you heard Michelle too, where she holds it. So you create the movement and then hold it, because he's also probably never felt where his spine is stretched and his belly will come out. Right, so let him feel it. You're gonna hold it, and then I can come back. Oh yeah. And just like, this whole week we're learning to touch. She has so many videos on YouTube. Really, you can just click anyone. It doesn't matter what the title says and play. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the title says. Near drowning or athlete, it doesn't matter. The move, the technique is the same, and you can practice and play with it. So, but yeah, really just focus, again on those hips and letting them feel the weight shift, the transfer from his head to the pelvis. Right? That's really going to bring his head up. You saw a couple times just doing it, not even like 2 or 3 times, and he was already bringing his head up. Right? So letting him feel more of that, boom, that'll bring him right up. Thank you. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff, guy. Yeah, you keep it up. Keep it up. Thank you.
Instead of 9.
That works? Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now, just like before, right?
It's what?
What we're gonna do now?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and that's the thing too with movement lessons. You can do any lesson in any position. So the same sitting down or lying down, we can do like him crawling. Let him feel the crawling. Let him feel standing. Right? You put an input into his foot and his pelvis. So it doesn't matter what position he's in. The main thing is you create that weight transfer and let him feel the counter. Right? The stability. Let him feel, okay, there's my balance point. There's my other base, my other foundation. And yeah, I mean, again, he's over here with the eyes. You're right there on the bum, going into the bum. So he feels to push in as well as push out. Right? When you and I sit up, your bum is going down to the table to bring your head up. Right? So that's what we need him to feel. That push. That push here. Right? And you see it just a little bit. And he's already trying to, hey, he knows, okay, there's my bum. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How to organize
Coordinate.
his body.
Yep. So you give him just a little bit, right? A little bit in the bum, a little bit of in, and knowing he can play with it. He knows. Yeah, any position, coming back.
He's ABM guy. A year ago, he can't move his hand at all. His head at all.
Really, huh?
And right now, he's alive.
That's good, yeah. And same thing, if you can work where the hips are like this, where the knees are up, and just let them feel very light shift. Again, one in front of the other. Yeah, peeking on the back, peeking on the spine. Off my table. Say, off my table. Yeah. No. But yeah, same thing, but with the knees in. So he feels a little more down. Down. Again, going into the bottom. Going in. And just play. Just play. Oh yeah. And I mean, we still have a week. He's gonna get worked on by Michelle, and you're working on
Next
him.
time, we're gonna sit.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Huh. So yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Just piece of cake.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
No problem. But
Give me
yeah.
a little bit of time, right?
Exactly. That's it. And that's all I need. Just a little bit. So yeah, and just, throughout the whole body.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Oh yeah.
Big Zur Ahmad.
Thank you.
He's by Tatar.
He's what?
He said thank you.